how do you want people to view you and to treat you?
Well, I want to treat me like I'm a human being. I mean, I think that's only common sense that they treat us like people. Because we are. And we get a rash, see, and that's another thing. We get a rash so bad here in Columbia. I ain't put it on all. They need to help us find better houses. I mean, give us, because like I said, I'm on a little SSI thing, which is good. That's how I can travel. But with my SSI, I can't live comfortable. I'm still gonna be on a lot of pressure. It's still kind of, because you ain't getting so much, and then you got to pay light bill, rent, and eat, and it's hard to live out here.
Do you see a lot of people with mental health issues?
Oh my God, I got them. Well, you know, one time I used to hate the world, whether you believe it or not, but I lived there. I'm talking about, I used to hate the world. I mean, but it caused me a lot of problems because I rebelled. You couldn't tell me nothing. I wouldn't listen to nobody. I didn't care about the authority or nothing. I ain't had no mama. My daddy and I went to marry again and cut us off, and I was just mad with the world. My problem is surrendering to God, really, believe it or not, because I always been based on my own. But you know, He was there, but I didn't understand it all the time. And now I want to be saved. I know a lot about the Bible and this and that, but it's so hard for me because I live a certain way so long.
All right, this afternoon we are here with Beth and Jeremy, and want to make it very clear that they are not homeless. They've never been homeless, but the purpose of this interview is to kind of talk about the importance of a livable wage, and when you don't get a livable wage, what struggles that you go through. So I want to start by asking, was it a specific event that started the financial struggle, or was it just life in general?
Mostly trying to live on my own started the struggles.
Yeah.
And then I had my son, and then that added expense definitely didn't help the situation.
All right, well, how old were you when you had your son?
I was 18 when he was born.
Okay,
Yes.
all right. So when you had your son, were you living on your own?
Yes.
Okay.
Mostly, kind of. I was living with family and friends.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
All right.
Yes.
And can I ask you, what is your education level?
I have some college experience.
Mhm.
Other than that, I have my GED.
Okay. All right. And where were you working when you had your son?
I was unemployed when I had him, and then 3 months after having him, I started working at Books A Million.
Okay. All right. So can you tell us what you were making at Books A Million?
Minimum wage starting off, and I think I worked myself up to $8.
All right. All right.
Yeah.
And so were you working just one job, or did you have to work multiple jobs?
For a little bit, I was working 2 jobs. I was working at Books A Million and Belk. Unfortunately, Belk did not give me enough hours to make it worth even going there, so I quit that and just sticked with Books A Million.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So you actually probably did have that fear of
Yes.
you could end up homeless.
Yes. If it weren't for my grandparents, I probably would have been homeless.
Right.
Yes. Right now, the focus is just making enough money to support myself and him. There's really no flexibility there. Bills really do eat up my pay, especially when you don't make a lot. So there's not a lot of wiggle room to go out and have life experiences as a lot of people would.
Yeah.
Yes.
Are you living on your own?
No, I'm currently living with my grandparents.
Okay.
Yes.
And you have been living with your grandparents?
This whole time.
Okay.
Yes, because I cannot afford to live on my own.
Yeah. All right. And are you paying your rent?
We have kind of an agreement. I help out with like utilities and stuff. So.
Okay. How do you prioritize which bills are going to get paid every month?
Mostly anything that could. My car is my highest priority because that's how I go to work. That's how I transport Sebastian anywhere he needs to go. Then comes anything that could affect my credit or get anything repossessed. and then anything after that kind of just falls where it needs to.
Okay. Have you ever been forced to use the payday loan companies?
I don't know what that is.
Okay, well that's good.
Okay. I think I've heard about them. It's where like you get like a small loan, and then when you get paid, you have to pay them back.
Like
they sound
200%.
Yeah, that sounds not fun. So I've tried to avoid that as much as possible.
That is excellent. Good for you.
Thank you.
It's a trap.
Yeah,
it is.
It's a trap.
If it sounds too good to be true,
right. It pretty much
probably
is. Yeah.
All right. And what do you do for fun?
What do I do for fun? Read. We like to go on dates and stuff, like little adventure walks and everything. I like to photograph things. I like photography, so that's a lot of fun for me. So that's mostly it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Give me a list of characteristics that you have that you don't think you would have if you didn't have to worry about money. Strengths that you have.
I know how to find a good bargain. I know how where to look for like free things and super cheap things versus just going and buying whatever. Just finding a good deal and a good bargain. I feel like I can handle stressful situations a little bit better than if I didn't have to worry about money, if that makes sense.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So
How do you keep it together?
I vent to him mostly, and he kind of helps give me some inspirational messages.
With what you have learned and what you've gone through, what are 3 things that you would tell people listening to this that you've learned that you would want to share?
Wait to have children. Wait as long as you can until you're financially ready. Because just having that extra person that you're now 100% responsible for does bring a lot of extra stress into the situation, especially when finances are a big, issue. Don't get too wrapped up on materialistic things. Like, just because it's name brand doesn't always mean that it's better. You can always find something that's off-brand that's cheaper and will work just the same. Always try to find the best out of the situation. Even if things suck really bad, there's always going to be something good about it. So, yeah.
State your name on here.
Donovan Masters.
All right. And where are you from?
Originally from Indiana, Indianapolis. I've been down here for about 9 years. The last 3 years I've been on the street. Lack of work, lack of support, lost my job, then I lost my information. It hurts that not too many people help people because how people come in their mentalities at different situations. I've been social lately because, it's hot. That time of year people get feisty, and I'm not with that. I'd rather go out and do yard projects and just try to make some type of work, be a progressor, builder and progressor.
So how do you come across those jobs? Where do you have to go to get them?
I just make my own work, like literally. Out here, I cleaned up a lot of this park, like from going through these sideways, little hillsides, picking up the brush, garbage, going through, trying to rake up anything that needs to be leveled out and sorted, to walking down the road, just picking up garbage, doing good deeds, try to, show demonstrations in public view. It's hard for me to reach out to people because I'm not really presentable, but it's working. It's working how it's working. God put you in a position to see how you handle situations.
You were not born and raised here in South Carolina, but you said you've been here for several
about,
years.
9 years.
Yeah, what kept you here?
I had family. I had family here. I mean, I don't know where my family is. Lost base, I don't know. It's just I've been hurting, losing word, this, that, and the third. You lose things, and it hurts because family will be the first to turn on you. And then, once they turn on you, it's like you can't do nothing about it because they can go around and just destroy you by sending just pure negative around. I'm not with that. I try to stay positive because when I'm negative, it's nothing good out of it at all. And I've been on the street for a long time, since I was like 12. Foster home, adopted, to to really out there just doing what I had to do to survive, to getting help and adopted and just steer myself the right direction. I have some investments right here too, so just I had these out here for like a couple of days, so just read through these. It's like guidelines managing account with the community environment, businesses, churches. I say if you have a label or any type of business or anything, it helps you, you know what I'm saying, be able to market an account, manage, and control it with great quality. I mean, I have to try to be progressive, you know. Some people try to put you in certain situations to try to see how you're going to make of it. You know what I'm saying? You're going to fail, you're going to kill yourself off, or you're going to build and progress, you know, and be a stronger individual. You know, only thing you can do is try to break you, but it's going to make you stronger. You know, more to the core, so.
I got you. You been on the streets all your life?
Yeah, I don't have no family. I don't have no friends. I don't have nothing but the clothes on my back. Every day, I struggle. I gotta figure out how I'm gonna eat and where I'm gonna sleep. I have to try to stay out of trouble because it's easy to get into when you live out in the street. It's unsafe. It gets cold, it gets hot. Everybody has their own agenda and their own reason why they out there. We deal with multiple personalities, mental illness, sex, drugs, crime, every day, every night. People come talk about God, and it is hard to trust and believe. I don't trust no one. I don't love no one. I don't really care. You get to a point where you lose hope. There are some people who genuinely have concern and love and want to do what's right. But those people are usually the ones that don't really have the power and the authority to do anything to make any real change. So now I just want to let you know, people out here, and they do what they do. They live out here in the park, and we live amongst each other. I have no family, and some I will consider, I call even family, because they will sometimes, if I'm hungry, give me something to eat. They'll give me a jacket to put on my back. Everyone is not a savage. We're not animals. We're human beings. We're people who've gone through struggles and strife that led us to this point. And if we really had some true assistance, some true help, not just every other week on Sunday, here's a sandwich and a cup of soup, then maybe we could all rise up above our situation. Be able to do the same for someone else and eliminate the situation. And what people may do, some may drink and some smoke and some young ladies have to sell their souls in order for them to eat or have a place to sleep. Others rob and steal. Faith without works is dead. And I hope to God that you may be somebody that can help us get through, because I'm tired. I got to beg, steal, and borrow. I live just for the day. Can't think about tomorrow. So,
Thank you.
My name is Bobby J. Walters. They call me Jimmy. I'm from Holly Hill, South Carolina. What you see is what you get.
Oh, baby.
No more, no less.
All right.
And keep it real. On double. What you see is what you get. You know. Yo, we got chicken feet, ligers, stuff what we said right here. We all nigga please, nigga please. But then keep it real with yourself. You gotta be real with yourself for real anybody else. Yo, cause they don't, man, kiss my grits.
Kiss those grits.
Kiss my grits. That's real talk. Come from the top of my damn head.